Hey, we're here at the shop today, and I'm going to show you an easy way to save yourself $100, increase the fuel mileage of your vehicle, the lifespan, and the performance. We're going to be doing a basic tune-up, which is going to consist of changing your spark plugs, your plug wires. We'll talk about distributors if you have one of those. We'll talk about changing the air filter, and just show you how easy it is to change your plugs and do a tune-up with simple tools anyone usually has around their garage. This is your traditional V8 engine, which means 8 cylinders, which means 8 plugs and 8 wires. So if your vehicle's a 4-cylinder, you're only going to have 4 plugs and wires, and a 6-cylinder, you'll have 6 plugs and wires. This is your traditional V8 design. The plugs come out from down here, 4 on each side because you have 4 cylinders. We're going to start out, we have our tools. We have a wrench. We have your normal sockets. We have your spark plug gapper. We got air because we're going to spray before we pull the plug out to get any dirt or rocks or anything out of there that could fall into the cylinder. We got plug wire and a plug ready to go, brand new. You can pick your plugs up at whatever auto store you go to. You just tell them the year and make of your vehicle, and they'll usually get you the plug you need, and they'll let you know if you're going to. You can ask them if it needs to be gapped or not, because sometimes plugs do come pre-gapped, and I'll be showing you what that means in a minute. So we're going to start. We're just going to blow out the compartment real quick, down where we're working, which is on. Got that all sprayed out. This is just a fuel rail cover. Some cars have these, some don't. They usually just pull off. It's just a piece of plastic. You see how easy that pulls out. And that's just used to hide all your stuff, clean the engine bay up a little bit. So you want to start by, cars sometimes have something called a distributor pack. You'll see where each plug wire plugs into one main base, usually like up here, and they have long wires. You want to make sure if you're pulling your wires off not to mix up the order of which cylinder and what port on the distributor they go to, because that is set up for a certain way the engine fires, a certain order. But this car doesn't have a distributor. It has what's called coil packs, one per each cylinder. So you can see each plug has a wire that plugs right into its coil pack right on top. So it'd be pretty hard to mess that up. So you can just see 4 for each, 1 for each cylinder. And you start, it'll just pop right off. This is the same as if it was a distributor. You just tug on it and it'll pull right off, just like this. Off. Same where it connects onto the spark plug. Pops right off. Now, for whatever size spark plug it has, you have a certain size plug wrench. This is a 5/8 for these type of plugs. It can change. You just get that right on your plug, push inward, spin it a little bit till you feel it slide on all the way. Then it should only take a little bit to break it loose. If it's really hard, don't fight it, because you don't want to break something. See there, it's loose right there. Once you get it broken, you can usually get it undone by hand. It's a little easier. Now here's your plug. You can see it's starting to get gray and a black buildup. That's a carbon buildup. That's going to affect how hard the spark hits, because when it starts getting the buildup, your spark gets weaker, and then all the fuel is not getting burnt. So you're just getting bad gas mileage. And I've actually seen people go so long without plug changes that their car sits there and shakes and doesn't run, and they think they have a major problem. And I tell them $20, $20, $30, and it's made it run completely new again. So we got the plug out. We have a new one ready to go. For this type of engine, it's supposed to be gapped to 40 thousandths. You can see it will usually say like here where you want it gapped to, or they can tell you at the auto parts store. This is your plug gapper. You basically just put it in between the little gap right there, and this you can get it so it's like 50 cents. You just spin it around till it stops, and you want to stop right where it needs to be. In that case, it's right on 40,000. So that plug's ready to go for this engine. You have a little bit of anti-seize. You want to take it and just rub it around into the threads. That's going to keep it from seizing up. Because when you're putting one of these in, you need to make sure it's going to go right in nice and smooth, because you can easily cross-thread it, and then you got big future problems and a lot more work than just a plug change. So the plug, you usually just get it right in, slowly turn it. It should grab. It shouldn't take a lot of resistance or anything. Just kind of move it around until you feel it grab. Sometimes it's easier. Just use this. Now if it's not going and you feel it locking up, you don't want to fight it, because if it cross threads, you don't want to ruin the threads in that engine. See, it should go in nice and smooth, just like that. It's going to spin a little bit, and when you hit it all the way in, you just hit it with your socket and put a little bit of a twist on it. That's all it's needed. Now your new plug wire. On your plug, it just slides right on. You'll hear it click on. There. Slides right on there. Clicked on. And then do it for each cylinder, and that's it for your plug change. And this is your air filter. This one's clean, so it doesn't need to be changed. Sometimes you have to completely replace it, and then other times there are ones you can just blow out with a hose, and that'll do enough for the cleaning. And I usually do that when I do a plug change, just to get it taken care of, and you know that's good. So that's it for a simple tune-up. And that's someone, you're usually paying people about anywhere from $80 to $100 to do that for you, when you could do it yourself for just 30 or 40 bucks in parts. So next time your car's running rough and you think there's something wrong with the engine, don't hesitate to pull a plug out and see how it looks. If it's real dark and nasty looking, you know you want to change the plugs, and you'd be surprised at what type of a difference it can make. Thanks. Get your plugs and your wires all in. Make sure they're all connected right. Get your fuel rail cover back on. Just slide it in place. Do a quick check over to make sure you didn't leave any tools or anything in the engine bay that are gonna blow your engine up by getting caught in a pulley or something when you start it up.